Hello, hello, hello everyone. Hello Cinnamini, hello Oncey, hello Karasu, hello Mama Bear, hello Sensory, hello Venom, and hello Calm. How is everyone? Yeah, 3D printer is indeed going strong. Alright, and let's hop on over here. Hold on, my setup is so scuffed today. Ah! Ah! There we go. That's good. Like that. And then I can do this. 3D printed cam, my beloved. We really like that 3D printed cam. That was a good idea. Ready to see some painting? Yeah! I'm ready to get some painting done. Also, new background. How do you like it? How am I doing? I'm doing alright. Can't complain. I had a pretty decent day. I'm a little annoyed at myself because I went down south to like drop off some garbage, right? Some recycling, quote unquote stuff. It's going to a dumpster. It's going to a landfill. But I was supposed to go to a storage unit in the area as well, pick up some stuff, drop some stuff off, and I totally spaced. I'm a little annoyed at myself, and it's not like it had to get done that day thing, but it's like an hour and a half to get down there. It's just like, ugh, blah. But other than that, my day has been very nice, so I'm very excited. Renovated manor, little bit. We got some renovations in. We're at the library now, you know. What am I printing? I am printing a goblin catapult featuring a goblin that is going to get catapulted. So, background's top shelf. Oh, thank you. That was good. That was good. Oh. Oh. Yep. Get some snap, crackle, poppin' now that I'm actually like sitting down and like got a moment to just relax. Oh. Whew. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm a book nerd, so I fit in well. Nice. So quespy, yeah, little quespy. Got spine too. Oh my god. All right. Let me. I just want to show that off. We're not seeing here. We're going over here. All right. So we got a few things today. So we did this guy last time, but I showed a picture to some of my friends, and they were like, "Hey, what if you tried doing a few more layers of brown to try and make the wood pop a little more?" And I was like, "That's not a terrible idea. I'll try it." So we're gonna try one more layer of brown, see how it looks. You know, experiment a little bit. So, yeah. But before we do that, I'm gonna sort of settle into things by base painting a bunch of stuff. We got another ent that I'm gonna try painting differently. We got a like giant dude here. We have this spider that I've had forever. I think we're gonna base paint it today. It's gonna just soak up a shit ton of paint. I can already tell. And then these guys, I did large and small versions of them. So we're gonna base paint these guys today. So prime them, rather. Prime them. That's the word. So we'll actually start with them since they're small. They'll be quick, and then we'll prime. We'll prime everything that needs to get primed. So let me grab my primer. I'll brush that on, and yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. New figures, more name. Alright. Some of this black primer in here. Color me not surprised. Oh, also I have tea today. How am I able to? See, I got tea with the new heating thing, heating element. Very good. Honey tea. It's a apple spice tea with honey. Very tasty. Actually, I'm gonna have another sip. All right, let me see here. Ooh, I have paper towel right here. I was thinking ahead. Look at that. Look at me being prepared. Wet the brush a little bit. Do you change the way your camera shows paint streams? It's filling up the whole screen now. Oh yeah, I got rid of the border, so I could still do this mode. I'd have to I think, yeah. So I could still do this, but I'm experimenting with this to see if I prefer it more. I think I prefer this more, honestly. Let me know if you prefer having the border or not. But yeah. But I think it's better with out the border. Yeah. Wish paint my cat got into it. Long story. That does sound like a long story. You've met my friend Art and his cousin Muse, right? The latter can sound off a lot. Oh my god. New way is great. I like no border. I can see the 3D printer cam better. God. I see what you're here for. Yeah, that 3D print will probably be finished partway through the stream. So. I am gonna get so much paint on my fingers with this one. Ugh. Push him over there. It's like I'm just gonna get paint on my hands. It's just how it's gonna be with these ones. No worries. I'm amused. Don't even worry about it. I'm entertained, for sure. I'm gonna turn the music down just a touch. A little louder than I would prefer. There we go. That's better. That's better. Oh. Man, it's nice to sit down and just paint stuff. I really... Man, these streams are nice. I was thinking earlier today... Well, I was thinking a bit yesterday. Man, maybe I should stream on Wednesdays again. But today I was thinking about it. Because, again, and I was like, no. And yesterday evening's a good reason why I don't stream. On Wednesdays, because I was very tired at the end of the day. I definitely needed the rest, but I also, like, even though I was tired, I got some stuff done. A little bit around the house, not much. But mostly I worked on some music that I would not have worked on otherwise if I did not take that time off. And like, I don't always work on stuff on Wednesdays. Sometimes I just like chill out and relax, right? But it's like much needed rest, right? So yeah, so I was like, yeah, no, I'm validated. There's a reason why I don't stream on Wednesdays anymore. I need it. I need that day off. That said, I do want to stream more. So next week, or maybe the week. Well, no, Friday I was gonna go to the DMV, so maybe, well, I'll probably have an extra stream on Friday during the day, maybe. Not sure. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, I'll probably... Because, like, the DMV I don't think will take that long. Actually, can I renew online? I should check and see if I can renew my driver's license online. I kind of want a new picture, but I don't know. I'll see if I can renew online. But if I don't gotta go to the DMV, that's great. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing a stream next Friday is basically what I'm trying to get around to. The timing of it will depend on if and when I need to go to the DMV. I'm not sure what the contents would be, but I would probably start streaming like around like 11 a.m. or noon, something like that. God, DMV, yeah, I renewed mine online last time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I need to go in for. It's not like I'm getting an enhanced license or anything. Because I don't have a passport, which I really need to get sorted. I have some overseas travel I want to do. Now that, like, I can afford a singular overseas trip. It's just like one of those things where it's like, you know what? I haven't done that much living. Let me do some living, you know? I left him out in my room for a little bit to get some water. I came back and his hand was in the paint I left out. Oh, no. Oh, no. Depending on the state, you might be able to renew online, but there's a limit to how many times you can do that. Oh, do you have to go in after a while? Okay. I'll have to look into it. See, if I can renew online, I'll renew online, because I just don't want to go. But I think the last time I went, I renewed in person, so I should be able to do it in person. I don't think I've ever renewed online. So, we'll see. Alright. That's good. Getting a little bit of pain on my hands, not too much. Yeah. Boring stuff, I know, but necessary. But yeah. But yeah, these are just thoughts I have. I'm just like, I need to do this, need to do that. How can I fit another stream in, you know, here and there, right? Because I'm taking like basically a 4-day weekend off of work. So instead of just the normal weekend, I'm also taking Friday and Saturday off for a few weeks, interspersed throughout the rest of the year. Just sort of give myself some short breaks. Because I don't really need a long vacation unless I'm gonna go somewhere, and I'm not really planning on going anywhere this year, so I'm just taking some longer weekends. And that's you know, I think it's good. So next Friday I'll have off, and I'll have the Monday off as well. So I might do something with that. I'm not sure. I need to actually. There was someone who was asking me about oh no, it wasn't next weekend. It was at the end of the month. I need to talk to them about that. See if they're still doing that. Nerd hands. Yeah, nerd hands. The nerdiest of hands. Hey, Kendra, how you doing? Alright. Is my model's eyes closing every time I look down? No, it isn't. Okay. Sick, very sick. 2 mugs of hot drink sick. Oof. Sorry to hear that, bud. Hope you get well soon. That should be fine. Alright. A lot of priming. Let's actually, Let's take this paper towel, and this will set the primed up. Dropped a dude. Oh, I found when I was down at our field service location. It's like a little mini warehouse. I was talking to one of the dudes down there, and he's got like a Pathfinder game that he's playing with some people. And I was like, hey, you want some free minis? He's like, hell yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. This is non-negotiable. You're getting them now. He's like, okay, free's free. I'll take them. I'm like, okay, cool. Flu? Oh, that's rough. Well, just count on being out for the rest of the week, yeah, I guess. At least. I remember last time I had the flu, it was because I got a flu shot, and it wiped me out for like over a week. Couldn't do anything. Very upsetting. Took a flu shot, got the flu. Within like a week of getting the flu shot. I wonder what happened there. I think the flu shot sent me on my ass. Post a pic of the stream on my TV, but the pic does not do it justice. I believe you when you say it's excellent. My deadline for my whole college course is in 1 week. This is poor timing. Oof. Yeah. Definitely do some messaging around to professors, see if they'll, a lot of professors are pretty chill as long as you let them know. Like, there's only so much you can do when you get sick, right? So even if you can get a couple days extended, that'll at least give you some leeway time, right? Look at this guy's, like, spine. It's just like, there's just a crack. It just goes straight in. This is very defined. Hey, Cosmic Spec, how you doing? You know how vaccines, right? They kill or weaken the actual. Yeah, I know. It's vaccines are like a weakened version of the thing. I understand how they work. But you're not supposed to be out for a week. Generally speaking. I think I got a extra large dose. Yeah, I'm aware of how vaccines work. They give you a weakened version of the virus, and then you fight it off, and you're better off. You won't get the actual thing. But yeah. That one just bowled me over. Is that a 3D printer in the upper right corner? It is! I'm 3D printing a goblin catapult. Complete with goblet that's about to be catapulted. Give nerd guy immunity. What's that supposed to mean? Honestly, I don't... Now that I don't work in a restaurant, I don't get sick nearly as often. I honestly think the stress of working in the restaurant industry made me sick a lot. Like, it just weakened my immune system. Now that I work a much lower stress job, like, I just don't get sick. Also, like, less people in close quarters and all that. But I think working in the restaurant industry was actually killing me. Second nature. That's alright. Appreciate it. All good. Alright. This guy's primed. Honestly, I kind of like him with the black skin. Like, I'm tempted to just, like, paint black on black for that, right? Sorely tempted. Thought the sick was supposed to come after you stop being stressed? Well, when you're stressed for years on years, right? Your stress, just weakens your immune system in general, and if you're stressed for long periods of time, like, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, you're gonna be more prone to getting sick. When I worked at an elementary school, I got sick a lot more often. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, kids are just walking disease factories. So, I'm not surprised by that. Races. Wow. It's bad immunity, because I do too. Oh, wow, I see. Kids are learning to share. Not that kind of sharing. We don't want that kind of sharing here. Giant black skin with gold beard. Could do, could do. Could do like an actual gold beard too, which would be, I think, kind of sick, honestly. It kind of makes me want to print a couple of... Honestly, like, I just want to, like, print multiples of, like, more stuff that I, like, really like. And paint them different ways. Like, I mean, that's what I'm doing with this guy, right? But maybe I'll print another one of that dude as well. We'll see. For real, plus parents just drop them off wherever. Which is one reason why I homeschool. Yeah. There's a lot of good reasons to homeschool these days. There's been, like, some quality questions when it comes to public education for, like, a long time. Like, not recently, because recently there's just been some stupid questions about it, but, like, generally speaking, public education's been kind of on the decline for a long time. Regardless of how you feel about, like, current things people happen to be talking about right now. There's also the fact that, there's a pretty hefty assumption on things you're going to learn at home that a lot of people don't learn at home. Like, how to balance a fucking budget. Because this just in, a lot of people's parents don't know how to balance a budget. So, it is actually something that should probably be taught at schools. General financial literacy is important, but it just doesn't get taught for the most part. It should, in my opinion, home economics, where you, like, learn how to cook, learn how to balance a budget, all of that, that should be required coursework for everyone. And you should not be able to exempt your way out of it for any reason. Like, if you're disabled, okay, I get it, you're disabled, but, like, you still gotta show up and learn the stuff, even if you can't participate in, like, you know, the quote-unquote labs, where you, like, cook or whatever, right? But, like, you know, there's a lot to be gained. But a lot of home economics courses are just like, here's how to make cookies, and, like, that's it, you know. It's just fluff. How to do dishes too, yeah. Still love my work babies I take care of. Reasonable. I don't like touching kids, the dirtiness freaks me out. My daughter wants to cook, but it gets so messy. Yeah. Hey. Part of the best way to learn how to not be so messy is to be forced to clean up your own messes. And then, when the kid complains about having to clean up the mess, be like, okay, well then, let me teach you how to not be so dirty next time. Right? At least in my opinion, that's how you gotta do it. The reason why I know how this works is because I've used this trick on adults who act like children. Also known as prep cooks. Who you kind of have to treat like toddlers, because most of them are fresh out of the dish pit. And when they're fresh out of the dish pit, they're basically just fresh out of high school. My kids will learn spaghetti and breakfast and bread. There you go. Fair. Cleaning your room class, Saihaku. On it. Hey, look. I can clean. I just dislike it. I honestly usually keep... Well, the kitchen's not clean right now, but there's a reason for that. I usually keep the kitchen pretty clean. And, like, if I need a space to be clean, it will be clean. But otherwise, I just don't bother. Like, if it doesn't need to be clean, then it's not clean. You know? I'm not gonna waste energy on something that doesn't need to get done. I had... why is it censoring some people in this one? Why am I, like, literally... I'm, like, looking over. Crossio, I'm sorry. I did not see your message in this. That's okay. I got it over here as well. I had classes that taught cooking in junior high, pasta, meals, breakfast, and cookies. Nice. Let me see why this is happening. What is going on with this thing? Interesting. Having a not clean kitchen is more acceptable if you have a housemate. Yeah, right now my kitchen isn't clean because I did a bunch of stuff in there and I just have not had the energy to clean it since. It will be cleaned. I just it's been a lot lately. A lot has been going on, but I was pressure cooking mushroom substrate. So that's why it's not clean right now. It's mostly clean. I just need to, like, clean up the pressure cooker I got in the sink, so. It's good to make a cooking plan and budget beforehand. True. Meat is the most expensive common ingredient, I agree. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Learning how to budget's important, and a lot of people do not know how to do basic budgeting. People cry when I pull out spreadsheets. I'm like, look, do you want to have money at the end of the month? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, you gotta learn Excel. You don't need to learn a lot. You just need to learn how to input stuff in, see the results, and see where your money's going. Okay, we're gonna do this together. I have helped people, like, set up Excel spreadsheets to, like, track their budgeting. Buy a whole raw chicken, roast it plain and season as I need it for meals. So you will get better results if you season it lightly before you cook it, because you want the salt, like, minimum, like, salt and pepper, right? So that way it has some baseline seasoning in there that you can build off of. Because the seasoning cooks into it and cooks with the fat and will result in a better taste. That's why you'd be a good parent, because you think about these things. Yeah, I've got no desire to be a parent. I have no desire to bring people into a world that I don't even particularly care for. You know, it's like, if I consider life as a base concept to be suffering, why would I inflict that suffering on another person? We made pottery. Okay, I've got it. Something is going on with the multi-chat thing. It is missing people's messages. It's actually not showing some people's messages, which is interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that. Okay. Let me just... so I can see people's chats here. Have this one up. We made pottery in classes and dropped mine. I almost cried because it was from my mom was 13. Oh, that does sound rough. The idea of a little Aku horrifies me. That's fair, honestly. Horrifies me too. Ouch, but fair. Yeah. I mean, like, no offense to anybody who has children or wants to have children, right? Do what you want to do. It's just, that's just, I personally view life as suffering, so I don't see a reason to inflict that on someone else. So I'll never judge someone else for having kids, though. Having kids is the normal thing. I'm the weird one. Like, let's be clear here. I am the weird one. I'm the one who needs a reason to justify what I'm doing, not anybody else. Alright. Chat malfunction. I think switch chat to live mode. So, that does not change how the multi-chat thing works. So the multi-chat... Actually, hold on. Let me see... Yeah, sure. I'm just trying to see here. Yeah, okay. So the way it works is it connects to StreamerBot. And StreamerBot monitors my accounts and sort of like tells it where to look. So I think it's not perfectly capturing YouTube chat, which wouldn't be a problem if I had a ton of chats, but I do not. No offense to you guys. There's not that many of you, right? You guys chat plenty. Don't feel bad about that at all. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that because I don't have too many viewers, you guys can only chat so much, so it's much more noticeable that something is missing. So, but yeah, and I was using the multi-chat to look at chat, but I also had the YouTube chat up on the side. So let me make sure I got the Twitch chat up somewhere as well, so I can see that. There we go. There we go. I also have the Twitch chat up on another monitor. It's a little scuffed, but this is gonna work. Lots of people I'll choose not to have kids. It's just not for everyone. That's okay. Yeah. No, for sure. It's just people ask. You know? And you gotta be ready with an answer. Because if you just say I don't feel like it, then they keep pressing. And it's annoying. And it's like, actually, it's none of your business. So maybe back the fuck off. But... you know, that's rude. You're not allowed to say that. If you say that, you're the bad guy. So I hit them with that. With the I view life as suffering. Why would I inflict that suffering on another living being? And that shuts people up real fucking quick. It's also true, so I don't have to lie. So... I'd be a bad parent. I do not have a good enough child to be qualified yet. Also, germaphobe changing diets is a no-no. You'll change your mind one day, my family. I used to think I wanted kids, but then I think there were a lot of things that led to me not wanting to have kids, right? It was not one thing, but I had to spend a lot of time thinking about it too. I almost had kids. I almost got married. Almost being the key word. Thankfully, I did not. Yeah, actually, this is a dark topic. Let's move away from this. I don't really want to talk about this. What I would like to talk about is the game I tried to stream the other day. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Oh my god. It's so good. I really wish I could stream it to show you guys. But I just can't run that game and also run OBS and VTube Studio and all this other shit. Like, it just won't work altogether, which is unfortunate because it's really good and I think you guys would love to watch me play it. But I'm really enjoying it. It's very the setting is basically like the world has been torn asunder, and the characters are very French. Like, it's basically a section of France is like where the survivors live. What was the... How many hours you got in now? Oh, good question. How many hours do I have in it? Let me see. I've got 12 hours in it, so not too much. But what was I gonna say? Stream it on Discord stage? Maybe. I might do that here and there. It's honestly, it's been kind of nice having it as just a relax and unwind game. So I might not. We'll see. How's the painting going? Painting's going good, thank you. So far we've just primed a bunch of models. No detail painting at all. No base coats or anything. Just priming. Just a lot of black. A lot of black on plastic. But yeah, it's like, it's very French in its aesthetic, and it is beautiful. It's also very weird. It's almost like a child painted over the world with its imagination. It's very interesting. Like a really warped and fucked up child, to be fair, but a child nonetheless. And like everybody who's like over the age of 33 dies every year. When the paintress paints a new number. The paintress being like a giant lady who paints a number on a giant tree. Way far off in the distance. So the expedition is sent to go end the paintress and end her like reign of destruction where she kills everyone every year. And so ostensibly that's the goal of the game, but we'll see. Thank you. Heard South of Midnight video game? I have not. Heard from others that game is good. Yeah. Learned how to make tiramisu? Nice. I've heard tiramisu's really good. I don't think I've ever had it. At least I'm trying to remember if I have. I don't think I have. I'm leaning... I'll err on the side of caution and say I haven't had it because I don't remember having it. You know? We're gonna move these guys. Ah! And one dropped. I mean, they're kind of dry. So, yeah, they're pretty dry. Go ahead and stick them over here. The dudes I primed just now. Is this? I missed a spot on this guy. Alright. Bring him back over. Set you there. Tiramisu is amazing. Yeah. That's what I've heard. I've heard it's very good. You're gonna learn something. Learn something that's really good that people generally like. Heck yeah. Alright, let me see. Where is... I need more paper towels. I've got a paper towel roll in here somewhere. There we are. Had it recently, I can confirm it's good. Yeah. I should have it at some point. It'd be good. Alright. Let's start by trying to touch this guy up, see how adding another layer of brown is going to look. Let's see, which brush do I want to use? I think this guy maybe? I think this guy would be good. It's giving Groot right now. It does have big Groot vibes. Very Groot energy. We're gonna see if we can make the wood feel like it's popping a bit more with another layer of brown. So that's what my friend who has more painting experience suggested, or one of my friends with more painting experience. So we'll see how it turns out. It might be terrible. Who knows? I don't know. And if it is, oh well. Try again. Let's start by trying to touch this guy. Uh-huh, yeah. You know you like it. Don't lie to me. I was painting wood on minis, you can just layer the washes and it looks so pretty. I'm gonna see how it turns out. I've not, you know, I'm still learning a lot, so see how it goes. Of course, I'm getting brown on freaking everything. I'll grab. Try and clean some of this up. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to paint gray back over on the rock. Oh well. Oh well. What was I was using the wrong brush for the wrong thing. God freaking damn it. I'm all over the place. Don't mind me. I think this worked out though. I thinned the paint more, which I think was a good call. Have you ever heard of Courage the Cowardly Dog? It's funny that you mentioned that. I was laughing on a call the other day with one of my work buddies, and he was saying I sounded like Courage the Cowardly Dogs. My laugh sounded like one from Courage the Cowardly Dog. Showed me a clip. I was like, yeah, you right. But I've heard of it. I have not watched it. I kind of didn't have TV when it was airing, and I never went back and watched it. Not feeling very well. Have a great stream. Hey, thanks for dropping by. I hope you feel better soon. You laugh like a specific Minecraft YouTuber I used to know. Like somebody that I used to know. I hate that song. I actually despise that song. I despise that that just exited my mouth. Ugh. That song and Sex is on Fire by Kings of Leon just started airing on the radio one day around the same time and never stopped, and it was every half hour they would both play, it felt like. And I just don't want to hear those songs, but they just kept playing them. Ugh! And that is why I stopped listening to radio. That and ads. I hate ads. So I switched over to like MP3 players as much as possible. And then once streaming services became good, I just switched to that, you know. And I haven't really switched off. I switched from Spotify to YouTube Music at one point, and that was the last switch I made. And by YouTube Music, I mean Google Play Music, which is now YouTube Music, but at the time it was Google Play Music, and it was better when it was Google Play Music, but, you know, and that's just like my opinion or whatever. Radio here has been playing the same songs for 10 years. It's the same over here. They don't play anything new, it feels like. I know this because when I go up north, I gotta be escorted around a certain site, and the guy there likes to play stuff on the radio, and it's all the same shit that was playing on the radio 10 plus years ago. It, like, and he was even commenting on it, because he was like, I don't know what they're going to do, because once all the people like my age die out, who are basically the only people who listen to radio anymore, like, what's the game plan? Are they just going to cease to exist? Like, are they going to broadcast to no one and people are just going to keep paying them? Like, what's the game plan there? I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, they got to do something, though. They can't keep playing the same music forever, that's for darn sure. What does the fox say? Stuck in my head forever? Sorry to hear that. What does the fox say? Never hit the radio here, as far as I'm aware. Why do people like spiders so much? They actually make me itchy. I'm not a big spider fan myself. I think spiders are cool, like, as far as, like, monster design goes, right? Like, they are creepy, they're crawly, they elicit, like, you know, oh fuck, kill it vibes. Because, like, we evolved that way because so many spiders are poisonous, right? So we were evolved to see spiders as dangerous, by default. But, yeah, I'm not a big fan of, like, keeping them as pets or whatnot. Not thrilled by that. Like, more power to you if you want to, but, like, I'm not my vibe. Love the abstract masterpiece you created on the painting surface. Thank you. I like to call it a work in progress. After my friend put one on me, I haven't been the same. Reasonable. Snakes are pretty cool. Reptiles in general are pretty cool. I like them more than I like spiders, for sure. Still not super thrilled by snakes, but, you know, I'm a lot more cool with them than I am with spiders. Big ones I can handle, but small spiders scare me. That's fair. We don't really have them much over here on the side of the state I'm on, but over in Eastern Washington, black widows are a serious issue. Like the lemon steak, it's so pretty. I don't think I'm familiar with that one. Or if I am, I'm not familiar with the name. Scorpions? Not a big fan of scorpions. I've heard they taste like a mixture between lobster and crab, though. I would be interested in trying to eat one. Apparently, if you boil them, right, it, like, gets the venom out, so there's not even, like, a danger of that. Big spiders can be kicked away in fear, small ones are sneaky. That's a reasonable take, I feel like. I think the wood does pop a little more. I don't know. I'm gonna revisit this. You may not realize it, but it sounds like we are close neighbors. I mean, it's like the chances of us being in relatively the same area is not, like, too terribly out of the question. I don't know. Once held a black scorpion adorable. But yeah, I'm sure there's a fair few people who are relatively close to me. But I mean, like, I live relatively close to a lot of streamers, to be fair. There's quite a few. There's at least, off the top of my head, I know of 2 that I'm nearby, because I know, oh god, what's his face? I can't remember his name. But there's Pirate Software. He's down in Tacoma. And then, what's his face is in Seattle. I forget his name. Oh god. Man, he's like big too. Why am I like, I've been watching him forever. Shoot, what's his name? What's his name? Oh, I'm not gonna find it if I look here. Hold on. What's his name? There's a VTuber I'm pretty sure I live in a 20 miles radius of because of the accent. Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of VTubers where, based on, like, some things they have done and things they've talked about, I'm like, I'm pretty sure they're local. To me, like, relatively. Like, I can tell. But, like, I'm not gonna be weird about it, right? Because I don't want people to invade my privacy, right? Like, I'm sure, based on things I've said, people could find me, but, you know. What's his freaking name? This is gonna bother me until I figure it out. Not this guy. Not this guy. Who? Where? Oh, Devin Nash. I think that's his name. Devin Nash? Yeah, Devin Nash. This is the guy. This is the guy. He was on this big grind to, like, grow his channel, and then he just fucking stopped again. The dude just, like, decides to disappear randomly. Which, to be fair, he does own an ad consulting company. He streams for fun because he feels like it. He streams and makes YouTube's content for fun. So it's just like a hobby that he picks up and puts back down here and there. But yeah, he's cool. He's and he's in Seattle. Yeah, and Pirate Software is in Tacoma. I'm trying to think. I don't know anyone else off the top of my head who's local. Who's like a big YouTuber or streamer. But yeah. Want rose Mexican candy? Time for me to become a stalker and ask everyone I see if they are Rin Penrose. Oh, yeah. Didn't Rin Penrose do like a super vague post about dropping Gaber subs or something recently? Just like, you didn't need to exit, you didn't need to announce your exit, but you did anyways. Drive you crazy until you can remember or find it. I'm the same way. Yeah. Yeah, apparently that riled a lot of people up. I just sort of saw it. I was like, shut the fuck up, Red. I don't care. Loads of people dropped subs because of something. Yeah, somebody accused Kirsha of being a Nazi again, even though Kirsha's very definitely not a Nazi. Yeah, so that's basically what happened. Someone who often gets accused of being a Nazi who's not a Nazi was accused of being a Nazi, and people got upset about it because they don't take the time to actually know what she does, and because she's like, she talks about right-leaning topics, so they're like, oh, she's right-leaning, so she must be evil. That's it. That's the entire controversy. That and Cinder is a partial owner of GamerSubs. So those two things are currently happening. Did you see the Cinder candle? I did see the Cinder candle. That shit was fucking funny. A Nazi? Yeah. That said, one of her mom's boyfriends apparently was a neo-Nazi. Her mom's a piece of work. Kirsha doesn't have VTuber lore because her IRL lore is way crazier than anything she could ever come up with. That woman has had a life for sure. A childhood of all time. Let's work on these skeleton dudes. They're so small. This is gonna be a pain. IRL lore, yeah. Yeah, she's one of those people who's like, you like talk to them and like it's like meeting like an NPC with a tragic backstory in real life. Yeah, should do that. Make my lore my VTuber lore. Yeah. Yeah, Kirsha is definitely one of those people where she's a VTuber and she respects VTuber culture, but she doesn't do a lot of the traditional VTuber things like have lore and stuff. She's mostly just a VTuber in the form that she has like a model, and she leans in she used to lean into the girlfriend experience stuff more, but she doesn't so much anymore. A truth is stranger than fiction situation. Very much so. Debating on how I want to approach these guys. I'm thinking we're gonna do bones first, and then we can paint back over the bones if we mess up anything. We're gonna do the robes something. I don't know. Let's start with bones. I literally have something called scrying bones. Welcome back in 1C. I finished priming models, and now I'm gonna paint these skeledudes because I've been meaning to do it for a while now. But yeah. Oh yeah, no, that's fair. I totally get it. I'm the same way. I hear a streamer lives in my area. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I could like maybe run into them potentially. Oh my god. Like, no. I trust people to respect my privacy until they don't, and then I will file a restraining order. Those are small. They are very small. I do not normally paint stuff this small. Most of the stuff I mean, like, if we take this dude who I painted previously and put him next to it, like So these are like player character size. If we're looking at like how they're supposed to be represented on like a battle board for like a battle map for D&D or something. Like these would be player character size, like and that's why so these guys, so there's two like kind of standards for size. There's the 35 millimeter, which is what this guy is, and then there's the 54 millimeter, which is what this guy is. So, and as you can see, different size, right? This guy's got like a bigger like plate than this guy, but this guy's like, you know, roughly the same height, right? So these are both like for the same like tile set style, whereas this guy is for like a bigger tile set style. So this guy I also printed for the 54 millimeter, but you could actually just use him on the 35 millimeter and just have him be like a huge or large thing, right? So, but, and then you have this guy who doesn't have like a proper base plate, who's more of like a statuette than like a playable piece. So I've been printing a lot more statuette stuff, but I want to print more playable piece stuff just because, I don't know, I like the idea of them being useful. You can't escape me, I'm coming to steal your horns. Oh no. Yeah, I want some practice painting small. And we will ban me. Where's that thing? Hold on. I need to do a thing. There we go. Fixed it. It took 2 seconds. Billy Bones McCoy. Tattoo spite again. It does happen every now and again. Every now and again the tattoo makes its way out. This is like such a process. Banning a bot. Yeah, I had to ban a bot, and then I also made it so Ko-fi bot isn't as frequent over on Twitch. As in, like, it won't post on its own at all, but if you put in a command, it should respond. Because it's been chatting a lot, and doesn't need to be. Ink is extending its reach. The doctor from the original Star Trek, his name was Bones. Oh my god, yeah. Man, I liked original Star Trek. It was fun. I have tried to go back and watch it, and holy moly, it's corny, but... you know. Still fun. Have you thought about using one of those magnifying glasses stands on a stand to paint those really tiny details? I've thought about something similar, not that, but something similar. So I am feeling like I almost want that or something similar. Man, these are really... I kind of don't like painting this. I'm kind of not having a good time. This is miserable. I might just, like, not paint this. This is, like, really rough. Jeweler's glass might help too, yeah. Jeweler's loop, something like that. Would have to use something like that, yeah. Giant, maybe. There we go, turn that off. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with this. I'm gonna keep at it because I wanna, it's a challenge and I don't want to like just give up at the first hint of like difficulty, but also this is a pain and I want to complain about it a little bit because it's difficult. And, you know, what's the joy of difficulty if you don't get to complain about it a little bit, right? Oh, we can just go all the way around with this. Okay. Tedious, yeah. For sure, but you know what? It's okay. Sometimes the process sucks. That's alright. Process is not always great. But we soldier on anyways, right? Because when you do something in the process that sucks, in theory, it will suck less the next time. And you will never suck less if you don't do it at all. And eventually, if you suck less often enough, you might even be good. Maybe. I wouldn't have the patience for the small ones. That's fair. I'm debating if I have the patience for the small ones, if I'm to be terribly honest. I'm sticking with it for now, but we'll see. I'm honestly thinking I made it harder for myself with the black primer. I don't think that's helping manners at all. I think if I could, I think I should probably, if I'm gonna paint more skeletons, I should get a hold of some white primer and prime them white. You'll never suck less if you don't do it at all. It's true. Oh, hey. Have a good one, Kenju. Get better soon, my dude. Thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that's what I try to tell people nowadays. They're like, oh, I'll never be good at this thing. And I'm like, it's not about being good at it. It's about sucking less. And they're like, it's like, can you suck less at it if you try? And they're like, yeah, I think I could do that. And it's like, yeah, there you go. Just suck less at it. You don't have to be good. You just have to suck less until people think you're good. And then that's when you're good. And then you just keep trying to suck less. Don't let other people's opinion of your quality keep you from improving. That's the trap to stagnation. That's the trap of stagnation right there. And we do not stagnate. Stagnation is death. It's actually one of the reasons there's an anime called The Faraway Paladin, and I really like it because the main like villain, quote unquote, is the god of undeath, and the god of undeath is called stagnation because they want to preserve everything as it is rather than allow it to move on. Alright. That's good, Vonsy. I'm glad to hear it. I like on this one, I don't know if you guys can tell. Yeah, you can see his like toes are peeking out from the boot. I love that little detail right there. His skeletos. Make some of the drinks of my own. Nice. That's good. Memorizing drinks is a pain, if I'm to be terribly honest. Like, it's absolutely doable, but I do not like memorizing drinks. Let's see. I'm gonna have to go back over some of this bone because I'm undoubtedly gonna paint over it a bit, but that's fine. Tomorrow's Friday, weekend loading. Yes, tomorrow is Friday. I'm super excited about that. Looking forward to the week being over. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my Friday night. It kind of depends on who's available. Because usually Friday night is reserved for like hanging out with my friends because it's basically the only time we all are available. Because the one isn't available during weekdays hardly at all. Actually, we're all kind of just not available during weekdays hardly at all. And so we got like Friday and Saturday night, and that's about it to hang out. All right. Skeletor ever watches? I never watched He-Man. I've seen Skeletor memes though. And they are hilarious. I am familiar with the character, if nothing else. Speaking of memorizing things to make it all over again, might be a hard stuff to do, right? Especially in shows. Yeah, honestly, for me, the best way for me to memorize things is just to physically do them over and over again. It's on YouTube. I'm sure it is. I just... Look. There's a lot of things to watch. I have not... Like, availability is not necessarily the motivating factor all the time, right? Or the limiting factor. Because I can get a hold of whatever I want to get a hold of. It might take me a little bit longer for some things, but trust me, if I want to get a hold of something, I can get a hold of something. There is nothing on the internet that's gonna get away from me. Like, if it's some niche rare thing that's only available on like some media from a long time ago, I might have a hard time. But if it's available on the internet, I can generally get a hold of it. It's more about will. And I've never felt the need to go watch He-Man, you know? I've heard it's good though. It just doesn't personally appeal to me. So much stuff, so little time. Yeah. And that's kind of the thing, is like, people get upset sometimes when they recommend something to me and I go like, you know, I either don't watch it at all because I will go watch a trailer, I'm like, it's not my vibe, or like I watch an episode, I'm like, it's not my vibe, and they get upset at me. And it's like, look dude, there's a lot of stuff out there. If it can't capture me quickly, like, I'm gonna go watch something that does capture me quickly. Because if something can capture me quickly and then also give me a reason to stay, that's what I'm gonna watch. And some things capture me quickly and they don't give me a reason to stay, and that's okay too. Like, and I'll just move on from that, right? And I'm not... But it's just, there's so much stuff out there. It's like, I can't... like, I'm not going to waste time on something getting good 70 hours from now. Or whatever, right? Or like, you know, it gets good 10 episodes in. Now, if someone comes up to me and is like, hey, look, I promise you, episode 3 is absolutely banger. If after that you don't want to watch it, I totally get it, but please just trust me, episode 3 will lock you in. I was not super jazzed until like episode 3, you know. Then I'll be like, okay, I'll grind through those first 2 episodes, and if episode 3 is not a banger, I'm not trusting you again. You understand this, right? And they're like, yes. That was like how it was for me with like, you need a hook. I do. Fate Zero. I don't know if anybody's just thought, love it, magic heroes monsters. Oh yeah, no, I'm just catapulting off of this. No. Don't take this personally. I'm just using this as a way to catapult into a topic. I was that way with Fate Zero. If any of you have watched that, the first episode is dog shit. It is, however, important to watch because it gives you a lot of background. So like, you should watch it. Is She-Ra also not on your radar? I did not ever watch She-Ra either. I heard that the new one was pretty good. And some people really hated it, and some people were like, it's fine. Like, I know, Red from Overly Sarcastic Productions, seems to think it's pretty good. And Red usually has pretty okay taste when it comes to shows. But yeah, Fate Zero is one of those ones where I was recommended it and I was like, oh my god, this sucks, bro, what's going on? And then my buddy was like, no, you don't understand. Episode 2, just one more episode, I promise you. And he was right. And Fate Zero is it's really good. I don't talk about it a lot. I honestly forget to sometimes because it's been a while since I've seen it. I should go back and rewatch it. But Fate Zero is really good. A lot of people are not thrilled with Fate Zero though because like it's like dark. Like it's not like a little dark, it's like really dark. Like a child is stuck in a pool of soul-sucking larvae dark. So, definitely not for everyone. But it's very, very well animated, and it's one of those things that's very much so up my alley. Okay, these were miserable. I kind of don't want to touch them for the rest of the night. We'll come back to these. They have drained my patience. Hardcore dark, yeah. Grim dark. So we got some options. I'm not gonna do... Honestly, even the larger ones of these guys, are very detail heavy, and I kind of don't want to touch them. Those skeletons, like, kind of drained me. So, we got a few options, because I could go in and try and do the spider, but the spider's got a lot of nook and crannies. I don't know, it wouldn't be too bad. It's a lot. It's a lot to paint, though. So I don't think I'm going to get into that. So I could start on doing this guy here. Or I could start on this guy. I've already painted one of the tree ants, one of the ants. Then you have stuff like Violet Evergarden sucks you in from the very beginning. Violet Evergarden sucks you in within a minute. Like, it just, that opening animation is just so well done. And just, it's such a good introduction to the world. I'm thinking we're gonna go with this guy. So I like the dark skin on this guy a lot. Need to bounce dinner time? Alright. Have a good dinner. Thanks for dropping by. I like the idea of dark skin on this guy, so I think we're gonna keep that. We'll go over it again with another black to just like amplify that. I don't know if I want to start with that though. And then we'll like... Actually, do I want to... Yeah, so I think what I want to do... Hey Moonrose, welcome on in. How you doing? Always chill streamer, thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed the streams. I'm just glad people like dropping by. Makes me happy. How do I want to... So, okay, the thing that's got me thinking is like these details here, this sort of like almost scale stuff coming out. Now it's almost got me thinking, like Frost Giant. It's giving me Frost Giant vibes. It's very spiky, very ice feel. So glad you chose that for Discord watch along. Cowboy Bebop is good, but I love Violet Evergarden. That's fair. Back, got some leftover chicken curry. Ooh, that sounds good. I'm almost thinking, well, we could stick with the black aesthetic and like layer on blue over that a little bit. Could be good. Black ice silver. I kind of like silver is good. We could make his, not the meteorite metal. I have like actual silver. Yeah, I got plate mill metal here, which is like closer to an actual silver. And we could make his like beard like actually silver, which I think would be sick. And maybe do a little bit of silver on these as well, maybe. But also do like a pale blue, like this heavy cloud blue, or actually maybe like a brighter blue. Gotta go. All right. Hey, have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. Sleep well, sweet dreams, all that. Could do this Azure gem. Okay, I think, yeah, black, like a black ice frost giant. I like it. All right, it's coming together. It's coming together. So he's got like a loincloth going on here. He's got some like wrappings underneath that. You can't really tell, but it's there. He's got a little bit of wrapping here. I think what we're gonna do before we do any... Oh, he's also got wrappings here and here. Oh, you know what? The priming didn't, like, quite capture in a few areas. Well, before we do anything else, let's hit him with another layer of prime. I think we got a plan for him, but I don't think we're gonna be able to execute it immediately. That's okay. Let's just touch him up a little, touch up the prime a little bit. Oh, we also just missed a couple spots entirely, so... We've come up with a plan for him, and I'll take that. See, I think that's the other fun thing about this stream, is sort of like getting to come up with like the paint ideas together. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy getting feedback from you guys about like how I should paint things. And, like, I don't always take it 100% because, like, obviously my own taste is going to influence it as well. But, like, I genuinely, you guys have some great suggestions that that lead me down paths I would not get to on my own. So, thank you. It's fun to suggest, yeah. I think it's good. It's good because it helps me, and it's fun for me too, and it's fun for you guys. You guys get to feel included because you are included, right? Alright, just finishing up, just re-priming that a little bit since I didn't do a very good job with it, even the names too. Yeah, the names are like a fun little thing. So, with that said, since that guy, I missed some spots on the prime on that, let's double check this guy as well. I think I did a better job on him. Oh, I definitely missed some spots on this guy too. Alright. Today was just like a lot of priming stuff. That's okay. We'll get some actual painting done next time. I kind of feel bad. It was just me just sitting around priming stuff. Not really as interesting. Base paints. It's so there's like this is called priming in particular because it's like the underneath coat that all the other coats like stick to. And then like the base coat is like your baseline color on top of the prime. If that makes sense. But this is like priming it for painting, right? If that makes sense. It's a little weird nuance, but it's technically not a base coat. Technically speaking, you would do another coat for a base coat. Or at least that's what I have been told. With that said, yeah, because this is like a special, because like you can use anything for a base coat, right? But like you have to have specific like primer, right? Like I've got brush on primer here. I've got a big bottle of black primer here. It's a different type of paint. So that's meant to stick to the plastic better, but you're supposed to like put it onto the plastic first, so then other stuff can stick to that. Yeah. So, because otherwise, if you just put straight acrylic on the plastic, it's gonna flake off. Is what I'm told. I haven't bothered trying, so. Kofi bot, I thought it turned you off. Ymir, Norse god of ice. Could be cool, could be cool. I mean, I don't really care. You guys use whatever name you want. Ooh. That was way too much water on that. Oh, alright. Let that guy sit. So there was one other thing. Since we're here, not really doing much. This guy, it occurs to me that we never completed this guy completely. We didn't complete his weapon. And we could probably go over them with like a wash. And we could probably even go over them with like another layer of paint to really make them pop a little more. I think there's more to be done with them. Larry Harry, is that what you decided on him for him? Regardless, there's more to be done. More that can be done. So let's do a little more with these guys. Frederick is awesome. Yeah. Oh, that's hands I just got with the brown. Oh well. Fairy staff is not finished yet. Not yet. It's more of a mace, you know. I'm gonna try and finish it up here. Try not to get brown all over him, but we're gonna fail at that, I guess. It's okay. Jormungand, if it existed as a mini, would be so awesome. Oh yeah. For sure. That's the Jormungand's the World Eater, right? If I remember right. Oh. Alright. Let's grab World Snake? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I was thinking about. Let's grab. You know what I should do with the skeletons? I just realized. I just figured out what I'm gonna do with the skeletons. I just figured out how to make it work. We'll do that in a moment. We're gonna grab this meteorite metal. I'm gonna do a touch of this. figured out what I need to do for the skeletons to make them work the way I want them to. Yeah, the skeleton trio. Let's finish up this mace first. We'll come back to these guys. I'm not 100% done with them yet. Not fully satisfied, but that's a little more progress on them. I know what I need to do with the skeleton rows. I need to do a full base coat on them, not this dinky shit. And we're gonna do a full base coat of just matte white. Mace is like a hammer thing. Mace is like a, it's literally a spiked ball on a stick. Like, it's like a club with like a metal round end with spikes coming off of it. Yeah. I guess that's a type of mace, because you can have different types of maces. There are variations on maces, to be fair. Let me get some fresh water here. Okay. I have matte white. We're just gonna paint them white, and we're gonna go from there. We can get the big flat brush here that I use for priming. Small eyedropper. Mix some water. Just give them a nice thin coat of white over the whole thing here. Why not? We'll go white over this too, why not? I lighten them up a little bit. Look at that. That's going to be so much easier to paint bone instead of painting directly over black with like I was doing before. That's going to be so much easier. Sure, I'm covering up my previous work, but whatever. This is going to make things so much easier. Because probably what I'll do is I'll do another layer of white directly over the bone and then hit it with that scrying bone color, right? Fenrir I'm familiar with. Amit, it does not ring a bell. Not overly familiar. Egyptian Soul Eater Crocodile Hybrid. Okay. That does sound very Egyptian. Like the name. So, okay. I wasn't sure though, since you did it with a Norse name. I was like, I don't want to assume. There's skeletons and names start with S might be a good one. Maybe. I feel like at least one of them should be Steve. Okay, there we go. That's a good start for these guys, I think. We're gonna actually... Oh, that's gonna be fucking brilliant. I can already tell. Alright. Kinda wanna go over this guy again. Particularly any area with bone. Same with this guy. Any area with bone. Just gonna go over again. Real quick. Okay. There we go. I got white on my hands now. Alright. So. With that said, let's grab... I got some matte black here. Let's grab that. Bit of that. And we're gonna grab the brush. We just had a bunch of white on. Get stuff out of that. And what's going on with the dual? Yeah, the multi-stream thing is just not registering chats very well. I see your emotes over there though, Cosmic Spec. Gold, please. How's your day? I feel like some don't ask that. Oh, people ask. Don't even worry about it. But yeah, my day was good. My day was good. Had a nice productive day, and painting has been phenomenal. I've been enjoying the painting a lot. So yeah, it's a good day. It was a very, very, very good day. Could have been better if I hadn't been a dumbass and forgotten to do a thing when I was down south, but whatever. I'll get around to it another time. It's fine. Not that big a deal. Just annoying, you know. Do you paint on canvas too? I do not. I just paint minis. I don't really have any desire to paint on canvas, personally. I just, I liked the reason why painting minis was appealing to me was twofold, because I also get to print stuff with the 3D printer. So it's like I'm like getting to do like two hobbies, you know, in one. If that makes sense. There's a twofer. So, speaking of which, 3D print's done. Let me sneak on over there. Ooh, oh, I did not realize. Oh, no. Oh, this is bad. We got some spaghettification. So, that's unfortunate. It's not a complete loss, so we can just try to reprint these parts, whatever they are. Very messy, yeah. the reason, so I haven't printed anything with supports in a while. Yeah, this did not go well. I had a feeling this one was probably not gonna do well, but it went really poorly. Break these off here. Alright. BRB in case I don't get back to that. Then I'll see you if you get back. If not, have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. Break off some supports here. Ooh. These are pretty well and thoroughly stuck on. I got... somewhere around here. Got an X-Acto knife or something. X-Acto knife is slick. Oh, here we go. I don't know if this will be enough. I got clippers somewhere, but I don't know. Sprue cutters, but I'm not sure where they are right now. I'm not. Man. Yeah, I had a feeling this was gonna suck. I'm not thrilled with this print. Oh well. Oh well. That's okay. This side didn't come out too bad. It's just all the supports that were needed on this side kind of sucked. We got a lot of spaghettification. Yeah, I'm just really not sure how to print this one. I was kind of iffy on it coming out right anyways, so I'm not too terribly surprised it came out bad. Not a huge loss. Oh well. It is what it is. What it is kind of shit, but that's okay. Sometimes we just fail. We're just gonna toss all that. I'm not gonna use it. But what I can do is load up another print. You guys wanna see that? Because I don't think I'm gonna get any more painting done tonight. It's pretty close to when I would want to shut off stream anyways. Let me actually clean up a little bit. And we will look through some models and pick something to print. Give me just a moment here. I'm gonna toss these into bathroom sink. Alright, I got them in water, which is the thing that matters. And we'll grab all this. Bum 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 ba da ba 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 ba. Oh. Set these guys over here. All right, cleaning time. Yeah, a little bit of cleaning. Whoa. My grody keyboard. This thing, absolutely disgusting. Let's go ahead and turn that off. We'll move this over here. All right. Boop. Let's bring up. Let me actually, one moment. Let me. My keyboard's dirty, too lazy to wipe them. Yeah, I kind of just wear my keyboards out and just buy a new one once they're worn out. Which I know isn't like environmentally friendly or whatever, but I prefer the cheaper keyboards, like the feel of them. And then, they're cheap, so it's just like I'll just replace it when it dies. And they usually last me a couple of years, or like well, 6 months to like 2 years is the lifespan, which is pretty wide. Okay, yeah, this will be fine. So let's see. We've got some options here. Let's. See what, oh, this is the dragon I printed recently. We could do that again. Let's see what this is. This is like a beholder. Not thrilled with that. We'll zoom in a little bit too. What's this? This is an ogre. I don't hate this. I'm not super jazzed by it, but it could be interesting. We'll keep him on the board. Maybe we'll do something with him. So let me see. If there's anything I haven't printed that I'm interested in printing. Maybe there isn't, you know. I haven't printed this guy. Could be interesting. I printed this one, but I don't think it turned out very well when I printed it. So I could try this guy again. Cthulhu in a pirate suit, that's neat. Yeah, it's an illithid, which is basically just a octopus face monster. Not super jazzed with any of these, you know. Because I don't want to print things that I don't want to paint, right? Generally. Let me see. Because I feel like my friend sent me some stuff. So I did try to print this guy before. And he didn't turn out super great. So I was thinking about trying to print him again. Yeah, Owlbear. trying to do... I do have a new print profile since the last time I tried him. So could be good. We slice the plate. See what it looks like. Because I printed him with supports, and that didn't turn out very well, and I'm wondering if printing him without supports would be better? Maybe? Maybe? Not sure. Yeah, I know it takes a long time. It's got a lot of vertexes. So this would take 12 hours to print. I'm not sure how well it would do without supports. Could always just try. If it sucks, it sucks, you know. And then I know. Welcome back, Karasi. 12 hours is a long time. Yeah, a lot of my prints vary from like 6 to like 14 hours, you know. Kind of depends. 12-hour prints is pretty common. Owlbear. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I printed this once before, and I didn't like the way it turned out. I don't know if I can still get it around here somewhere. But, I printed it with supports before, and I've got some new printing profiles since the last time I tried to print this. So I might give this a shot again. So we'll go ahead and kick it over. Give it a try. Give it a try. You guys can see. We'll let the thing roll. Yeah. It's good to try. So it's gonna do its little warm-up thing, which will take a few minutes, but I think before it finishes, I am actually going to... Oh, it's still downloading it to the printer. I'll wait till it downloads it to the printer. Let's see. It's working on it. Oh. Downloading 20%. We'll let it download to the printer, but yeah. No, it's good. We got some good progress done. It was mostly just base priming, which maybe I should do that off camera more. But like I don't know. It's still good chatting time, I feel like, you know. I feel like we got a lot of good chatting in. I don't even know. Like I'm really bad about clipping out moments in these, but I don't know. I don't know. It's a good life today, even though I missed half. It's early summer cleaning, closet cleaning. Hey, that's a good reason to miss out on the live, you know? If you're gonna miss it for something, cleaning's the thing to miss it for sure. Absolutely. In my humble opinion. You know. Getting stuff done is never a bad thing. That's for darn sure. That's for darn sure. But yeah. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Allergy med time. Neat background. Yeah. I was conflicted because so the more red background with like the sort of like study set was very I felt like the model was just blending into the background, which is why I was using the white outline a lot. So I didn't realize that's why I was using the white outline so much, but I realized it was. And so, oh, it did the beeps. It's doing the thing. So that's why I kind of switched back to the blue bedroom thing, even though it doesn't fit like the theme very well, right? That I got going on. But I was much more satisfied with it. So I decided to go looking around a little bit, and I found this is actually part of a 4-pack of fantasy libraries. And I was like, these fit my vibe, and I kind of went through it. I found the one that I thought worked the best for me, There was one that I think like thematically was better, but I like this one more. this one's more me, it feels like. So I really like it. So yeah, very neat. This is pretty cool. But yeah. So now it's gonna go through, it's gonna make sure that the bed's level, it's gonna do some like checking of the flow and whatnot. So yeah, that's cool. I really, so I have the like dead body of an old 3D printer sitting in my closet right now that I really should just toss because I'm never gonna fix it because I'm spoiled by this one now. But that one, there were like little dials underneath the bed that you had to like fiddle with to level out the bed manually every single time you wanted to print. Like yeah, old 3D printer from like years ago when I first tried to get into the hobby. The thing would like jam up constantly. It was an earlier 3D printer, like, and it was, yeah, it just, Bamboo came onto the scene and changed everything. Now all the other 3D printer manufacturers are stepping up their game, and a bunch of features that Bamboo came into the scene with and kind of like invented, like auto bed leveling, you know, extrusion testing and all this stuff, like, you know, vibration, you know, adjustment, all this stuff that they came in with and like, you know, automated, right, to make 3D printing as easy as possible so you could just print rather than have to like fiddle with the printer all the time, to make the printing itself a hobby instead of the printer, right? Because before it was like maintaining the printer was the hobby. Now you can just be someone who 3D prints with printers that just work, which I prefer, because as much as I like doing tech stuff, I like doing tech stuff in a way where I set it up so it just works and I don't gotta maintain the damn thing all the time, you know? So that's what I prefer. But yeah. Anyways, I am gonna get going. Thank you all for dropping by. Make sure to eat well, sleep well, hydrate, don't dehydrate. Posture check, make sure you're not shrimped up. You know, don't want to lose a half inch like I did. And until next time, which will be Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And take care of yourselves. We will be at that time. I will be booting up some virtual desktops, and we are going to, I'm gonna do a timed event basically, where I try and go through and install 2 different versions of Linux, and we're gonna see how long it takes me to do each of them. All the way from downloading the ISO. I might download the ISO beforehand. And then we'll go through the process of installing them, which is not the most exciting thing. There will be a fair amount of watching loading things happen, so we'll talk about things in the meantime, but like it's gonna be just chatting with things going on, you know. But I really want to do it because I was kind of motivated because PewDiePie like installed Linux Mint and Arch, like, so I was like, you know what, let me try Arch. I've never tried to install Arch, and let me make it a thing. So yeah, anyways, thank you everybody for dropping on by. Until next time, bye.